I didn't marry a stranger. I married a man everyone trusted. A man who never raised his voice. A man who never looked guilty. And that's why it took me so long to realize that the entire marriage was built on something I was never meant to see. I didn't meet him when my life was falling apart. That's important to say. I met him when things were calm. When I wasn't searching for love. When I wasn't desperate. He entered my life quietly. At first, it was just conversation. Long ones. Deep ones. He asked about my childhood. My fears. My dreams. And he didn't just listen, he remembered. Weeks later, he would bring up something small I had said. And I would think, wow, he really pays attention. That's how trust begins. When we started dating, he didn't rush anything. No pressure. No emotional demands. We went out often. Nice places. Good food. Quiet spaces where you could talk. He always paid. Never complained. Never counted. Soon, dates became a lifestyle. If we went shopping and I paused at something, he bought it. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just casually, like it was normal. Shoes. Clothes. Bags. If I ever mentioned stress about money, he would send some without discussion. Sometimes I wouldn't even mention it. I would just wake up to a message. Check your account. That kind of care does something dangerous to your mind. It makes you stop questioning. He sent flowers randomly. Chocolates when I was tired. Small gifts that felt thoughtful, not forced. He booked trips, not cheap ones. Flights. Hotels. Everything was handled. People saw the pictures and said I was lucky. But what made it believable wasn't the money. It was how he behaved. He never rushed intimacy. He never demanded anything. He never acted impatient. That made me feel respected. When I introduced him to my friends, he fit in too easily. He paid for group dinners. He joked naturally. He didn't stand out, and that made him trustworthy. My friends trusted him fast. When I took him to meet my family, I watched closely. I wanted to see if anything felt off. Nothing did. He greeted elders properly. He spoke carefully. He didn't overdo anything. After he left, my family praised him. They said, "This one is different." Marriage came up slowly. Calmly. No pressure. No begging. He spoke about stability. About doing things right. The wedding planning was smooth. No fights. No stress. On the wedding day, people celebrated us. Standing next to him, I felt safe. That night, I slept deeply. I didn't know that everything before that moment had been designed to make me stop asking questions. The honeymoon was meant to be a reward. A soft place to land. The first day felt normal. But something was missing. Not wrong. Just empty. That night, he fell asleep fast. His phone kept lighting up. I wasn't suspicious. I wasn't looking for anything. I just looked. The message preview was clear. Last night was good. I keep thinking about you. My chest tightened. I unlocked the phone. The messages were not emotional. They were casual. Comfortable. Two men. Talking like this was normal. Talking about nights together. Talking about missing each other. Talking about meeting again. This wasn't new. This wasn't confusion. This was a life that existed quietly beside me. I woke him up. I asked who the man was. He didn't panic. He smiled. That smile stays with you. He said I was tired. That I was misunderstanding. I showed him the messages. He still denied it. No explanation. No apology. Just calm denial. That's when I realized something terrifying. He believed I would doubt myself. The rest of the honeymoon felt unreal. We moved like strangers. At night, I cried silently. When we returned home, everything collapsed quickly. No intimacy. No honesty. 1 month later, we separated. The divorce was fast. What hurt me wasn't losing the marriage. It was realizing the marriage was never meant to be real. After we separated, there was no drama. No fighting. No long conversations. That should have been my first clue. People expect anger. Tears. Begging. But he gave me nothing. Just silence. The house felt empty, but not in a normal way. It felt staged, like someone had already emotionally moved out long before I arrived. When the divorce started, he didn't resist. He didn't negotiate. He didn't try to fix anything. He signed papers like someone finishing a task. That's when the questions started. Not from him, from myself. I replayed everything. Every date. Every trip. Every gift. I started asking myself uncomfortable questions. Why was he always calm? Why was he never jealous? Why did intimacy always feel distant? At the time, I thought it was maturity. Now, it felt like absence. Friends began to whisper. Not loudly. Quietly. Some people avoided the topic completely. Others asked questions they already knew the answers to. Did you ever notice anything strange? Was he really present? Did he love you, or the idea of you? Those questions stayed with me at night. Then came the confirmation. Not from him. From the world. I saw the photos first. Then the posts. Then the congratulations. He had married a man. And suddenly, everything lined up too perfectly. The calm. The control. The careful image. I wasn't his partner. I was his evidence. Evidence that he was normal. Evidence that no one would ask questions. Evidence that his life looked complete. I realized something deeply unsettling. Every gift had a purpose. Every trip had a reason. Every photo was part of a story he needed others to believe. Including himself. I wasn't loved. I was positioned. That realization doesn't come with closure. It comes with silence. Because when you understand you were used as a mask, you don't just lose trust in one person. You lose trust in what you thought love looked like. Even now, when I think about the wedding photos, I don't see joy. I see preparation. I see someone hiding in plain sight. And the scariest part? If I hadn't looked at that phone, I would still be married. Still playing a role I never auditioned for. That's the part that stays with you. Not the betrayal. But how easy it was for the lie to look like love. Some stories don't end loudly. They end with understanding. And that's sometimes worse.